Okay, welcome you guys. It's right on 5:30, right on the dot. Perfect. My name's Eric Johnson, creator and CEO of Teamzy. Very excited to be with you guys tonight. Tonight, we're going to talk about how to get started right with Teamzy and become a Power Hour boss. You guys ready? We're going to have some fun tonight. Basically, I'm going to take you guys through the process of how to set up your Teamzy correctly. I'll show you how to do it. It's not that hard. In fact, we made it pretty darn easy. Then I'll take you through how to do a power hour, how to start some conversations, how to have those conversations, how to invite them to your business, how to follow up like a pro until you've moved them from prospect all the way over to somebody on your team. Okay, and then we'll do an open Q&A at the end. If you have questions at the end, I just want you to click on the Q&A. If you're on your computer, it's on the bottom. If you're on an iPad or a phone, it's on the top. You can load your questions into the Q&A queue at any moment. At the end, I will answer all the questions. Okay, if you don't ask any questions, we'll just go to bed. It'll be great. Okay, you ready? Let's get started. So here we are. You're looking at my presentation now. Get started right with Teamzy and become a Power Hour boss. All right. Just a little bit about my backstory for those of you guys who don't know me or haven't seen me teach before. I come from the background of business coaching and consulting. I've been helping people build their business for the past, I don't know how many years, 16 years or so. And that's what I do. I just help people build their business. And I actually stumbled into network marketing by accident. I found a company at the time that I was loving their products and they were really helping me. And I found myself sharing those products naturally with other people. So I ended up becoming a distributor for that company. And as I learned about the incredible opportunity, I knew that if I was to be successful in this industry, I needed to find tools to help me leverage my time, right? And so that's kind of the story of how we found Teamzy. So just to kind of give you guys an idea of what I was looking for specifically, I needed a system that would allow me to do everything in 1 hour a day because that's all I had to spare. I needed to be efficient with my time. I wanted a way to stay in touch with all of my contacts. Okay, now I'm going to teach you guys a little bit about relationship marketing tonight. Relationship marketing is the lead generation system and approach that Teamzy is built on. And part of that is staying in touch with all your contacts, just staying in regular touch, deepening relationships. I wanted a way to do that. I wanted to know when to contact them and when not to. In other words, I didn't want to spend 2 hours planning 1 hour of contact. Does that make sense? I just wanted to be able to turn something on and go after it. Also, I wanted to know what to say to them. I needed to find ways to start conversations that was easy and efficient, that didn't have me spending all day long trying to think of the perfect message. Can any of you guys relate to that analysis paralysis around finding the perfect message? I just wanted to know, what can I say to get this started? And then also a system that would help me follow up seamlessly so that nobody ever falls through the cracks, right? Oh, I know you guys relate to that one because everybody has people falling through the cracks, and it is brutal, especially when you find out that somebody has signed up on another team because you weren't there when they were ready. Okay, so I was looking for this. I needed a system that would let me do this. So you guys know where this is going. There was one more thing that I needed though, one more essential ingredient, and that was this. It had to be easy to use. I'm really not really good with tech. A lot of people think I am because I'm the creator of Teamzy. I built this for people like me, seriously, because I'm really not good at this stuff. So you guys know the story. It didn't exist. It still doesn't exist outside of what I'm going to show you tonight. So we built it, okay? We built it for you guys to help you with your business, to help change this industry to one of heart-led business, about serving others instead of ourselves. And in the process, we build our businesses faster and stronger. So great. It's a win-win-win. Okay. So here's a little background on Teamzy. You actually need to update this slide. But in less than 2 years, it's actually been just a little over 2 years now, we've had more than 50,000 marketers, network marketers use Teamzy, which has been an incredibly humbling honor. Just so you guys understand what people what kind of results they're getting, our active users are averaging 21 new customers and 9 recruits over 90 days. Okay, so those are active users averaging 21 new customers and 9 recruits over 90 days. And I will show you guys that is less than an hour a day work. I'll demonstrate that for you tonight. Okay, we've got some action steps, but we'll save those till the end. Cool, see a bunch more people jumped on while I was doing that, awesome. Okay, so let's jump right into Teamzy. We're gonna get right to the nuts and bolts tonight. Let's see, where are you, Teamzy? Here's Google Chrome, boom. So here's my Teamzy dashboard right here, and you guys are looking at, gosh, I've lost count. I think there's close to 50 versions of Teamzy now. So you may have a custom version that you use. This is, what I'm gonna be demonstrating tonight is Teamzy Standard. That's kind of our generic version, works for everybody. So a few things may look slightly different on your version, but follow along because everything works the same way. Okay, first thing I want you guys to know is you can get a 30-day free trial of Teamzy for free. Full access for 30 days, nothing held back. You can use it for free for 30 days. No credit card required, nothing weird. We just want you guys to use it and literally fall in love with it, okay? So if you're not already using Teamzy, I highly recommend you go to teamzy.com and get a free trial started. Get everyone on your team on a free trial. In about 20 minutes, you're gonna wanna do that. You're gonna passionately wanna do that after I share with you how powerful this is. So get on your free trial, okay? All right. Now, when you first get into your free trial, you'll jump into the Setup Wizard. The Setup Wizard is designed to help you set it up, right? Magically. All right, so if you've dismissed the Setup Wizard, you can get back to it at any time by going over to the settings wheel in the top right and hitting Setup Wizard, okay? You know you're there when the screen turns purple. Okay, first thing you can do is sign up for Facebook Messenger tips that will help you through your trial. We'll send you helpful tips and motivational things and some little training videos along the way, okay? Next. So in setup, we're gonna do three things. We're gonna set your income goal, okay? Once you choose your income goal, Teamzy's gonna tell you what you need to do daily to hit that goal. Pretty cool. We're also gonna help you create a powerful why so that you remember why you're doing this. Okay, and so that you can be successful. I'll explain to you guys in a minute why that is essential to your success. And then we'll get all your contacts into Teamzy. You'll have them super organized in one place. No more looking around for random pads of paper, trying to manage spreadsheets that you never update. It'll all be in one place. Always travels with you in your pocket. It's in your phone. It's everywhere the internet lives, which hopefully is pretty much everywhere. Okay, you ready? Let's get started. Set an income goal. What's your goal? Okay, you're gonna have an empty box when you first come here. Put a goal in there. What's the income level you'd like to be at 12 months from now? I put 150,000 in there, okay? If you're pretty new to the business, then just put in your total goal. If you've been doing this a long time and you already have significant income from your business, I want you to enter the difference. In other words, if you're at $200,000 a year now and you wanna be at $300,000 a year from now, I want you to put 100,000 as your goal, okay? Make sense? So if you're new, put the total amount. If you've been doing this a long time, put in the difference. All right, let's do it. And hit continue. And so now Teamzy says they've crunched the numbers. I need to connect with 4,348 people over the next year to hit that goal. Okay? So how many of you guys typically connect with 4,348 people in a year? Probably not too many, but here's the thing that's cool. With Teamzy, it's going to be pretty easy to do that. Okay, and I'll show you right now. We'll break it down on the next screen. Let's hit continue. This is our breakdown screen. Now this takes that big number and it breaks it down for me into little bite-sized chunks, things that I can manage. First, it takes it into three groups: prospects, customers, and distributors. Okay. Then it breaks it down monthly, weekly, daily. So that huge number, which was 4,348, now is just, I need to connect with 9 prospects every day, 6 of my customers, and 4 of my distributors. That's 19 people, okay? And I will show you guys that that is like 15 minutes work in Teamzy. Maybe 30 if you're brand new, but it's about 15 minutes you've been doing this well. Now, when I say connect, just to clarify, I don't mean cold invite. I don't mean send them a link to a video. I don't mean invite them to any sort of an event. I just mean connect. Just say hello. The goal with the connect is just to start a conversation and to make someone stay. That's it, just to make somebody's day. There's no ulterior motive. There's no desire to sell or recruit. It's just to connect, okay? And by starting with a connect, we can build a conversation relationally, which will get us much better results. Make sense? Okay. We're gonna connect with our prospects and our customers. By the way, you guys have different definitions of customers. Anybody who has ever bought something from you is your customer, okay? Cool, you like my definition? Yes, that's your customers. And then we're gonna connect with people on our team. Okay, also you've got a couple other goals here. Now, if you wanna change any of these numbers, this is a suggestion, you just change them. Just write over them, okay? If you've got nobody on your team, you're brand new, then make that a 0 and add that 4 over here on your prospects. Make sense? Same thing if you've got no customers. You can take those 2 zeros, make those zeros and put everything on prospects. Make sense? Okay, put those back. Whatever you set here for goals, when you hit continue, it will set up your dashboard to your goals. So each one of you will have a custom dashboard for your perfect and personal goals. Okay, there's 2 other goals here I want to mention. One is invites. An invite is when we're actually inviting somebody to our business. We're going to take them to a business opportunity call or event. We're going to get them on a virtual event on Facebook. We're going to have coffee with them. We are going to send them a product to test. We are going to, right, invite them to some sort of group. That is an invite, okay? So our goal for the day is 3. So you can see right here, we're connecting with 20 people. We're going to invite 3. And I'll explain to you guys when we do that as we go. And then ads, these are just new people that you're putting on your list every day. It is such a great discipline to be always adding new people to your list, right? In the beginning, it'll be people you just hadn't occurred to you yet that you already know. And then as you go, you'll be meeting new people, putting them on your list every day, okay? You with me? Again, you can change any of these goals to anything you want. And when you're done, click continue. Okay, next step, finding your why. By the way, you can go back and edit those numbers anytime. There's a little link on the dashboard that says edit daily goals. That jumps you right back into the setup wizard and you just go through that process again. Okay, finding your why. Now guys, I know that you've had people tell you that it's so important to know your why, to understand your why, to why you're in the business. You got to know this, right? It's been beaten into your heads. Hopefully somebody's been harassing you with that. Some of you guys may have written whys, which is great. Probably a lot of you guys got stuck kind of where I did, which is it seems so mystical, my why. And I mean, there's like books and books and books and books written about it. I want to demystify the process for you because it's really not that deep. I mean, you can spend time making it. It doesn't need to be. You already know your why. It's right here in your heart. We just need to get it out in front of you so you can think about it. So what we did was we built just a few questions into the Teamzy Setup Wizard to get your mind thinking about your why. Okay? Just a few questions. And these questions will get you thinking and help you pull the why out that you already know. All right, I'll take you through the process and I'll share my story as an example. Where's Teamzy? There you go. Okay. So the first question is, why did you become a distributor? Okay. So why did you join this business? So I'll tell you my story as the example. I started out as a beach body coach. That's what I did for a while until they threw me out because of Teamzy. No, not for anything bad. They just have a rule that you can't sell products to distributors and be a distributor. So why did I join that business? I joined it because I loved the products and I was already sharing them. I was already sharing them because I liked them. And my wife very wisely said, Eric, why don't you get paid for that since you're doing it anyways? So I signed up. I didn't have a deep goal or a deep why at that moment. I just signed up because I figured I might as well get paid for it. Next question. What do you hope to accomplish? Now, when I signed up, I just wanted to make $500 a month extra money. That's it. Anybody relate to that? Just $500 a month extra money. That's all I wanted. And so that's it. I remember asking my sponsor, do you think I could do that? He said, yeah, great. Perfect. Let's sign me up then. Okay. Why is that important to you? Next question. Why is that important to you? Now, the reason why I wanted to make $500 a month extra money is because I wanted to save it. I just wanted to put it in the bank. I just really had a strong desire to save money. How many of you guys saving money is a goal? Now, I just want you guys to understand, if you didn't ask me to think about this or talk about this, it may never have occurred to me. But the reason why I wanted to save money is, I mentioned that I was in the coaching and consulting business for 16 years. Well, primarily I worked with real estate people. How many of you guys have worked in real estate or around real estate? Yeah, a lot of people. Real estate industry was booming, 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 booming. I started that business in 2002. And every year got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until the Great Recession. And then it got dramatically smaller. Oh my gosh, it was so scary. And where I worked, most of the people got laid off. Eventually, myself, I got laid off too. Along with most of the country. Oh my gosh, everybody was out of work. It was so scary. I was the primary breadwinner for my family. We had small children, and I wasn't really sure what I was going to do. And I figured it out pretty quickly because I had to. Figured out what were some other skills I had that I might be able to get hired and to do. And by God's good grace, I found work, and we made it. My family made it through intact, but by our fingernails, like just barely. We used our savings up pretty quickly while I was looking for work. And even though we made it through, we were not able to put anything back in that savings account. In fact, after the recession, when the economy started improving and I was able to bring my income up to even higher level than it was before the recession, I still was not able to put any money in that savings account. Can any of you guys relate to that? It didn't matter what I did. Like, there was never enough to put anything away. And it was very frustrating. So I thought to myself, wow, this network marketing opportunity might be a way for me to save some money. That would be so cool. It was just kind of an emotional win. I wanted to put some money in the bank. I had done the math and knew that if I lost my job again and had no income for 60 days, everything would fall apart. We would start losing everything. So I did not want that to happen. Next question. What would achieving this mean for you and your family? What would achieving this mean for you and your family? Now, when I was confronted with this question, the first thing that popped in my mind was this: if I could save money long enough, we could buy a new house. I really wanted to buy a new house. We were in a small home. We were crowded. There was no space. We didn't have enough rooms. Everybody was sharing rooms, including my wife and I. We were sharing a room with our youngest. And there was just no place to grow. In fact, there was no place for me to work my business because we had no extra, we didn't even have our own room. So I just dreamt about having a new house. And we were upside down on our mortgage at the time because of the recession and the economy, the property values here in California. And it was just like a pipe dream. But I thought, man, if I could start saving money, maybe eventually we could buy a new house. You guys with me? Next question. Why is that meaningful? How does this make you feel? So I'm going through this process, you guys, and in 5 minutes I went from, yeah, okay, sign me up, I'll might as well get paid, to, wow, I'm starting to see our family in a new house. So I'm starting to get a little bit more excited about my business, even just 5 minutes in. Now, when I get to this, why is that meaningful? How does this make you feel question? You know, this is where the process got kind of uncomfortable for me, because I don't like the navel lint analysis part of personal growth. Do any of you guys like that stuff? I was like, meaningful, how does it make me feel? But here's the truth. When forced to think about this, I kind of came to a realization. I don't know if buying a home is a meaningful goal or not, but I do know that it's symbolic. You know, the home symbolizes your family. And something that occurred to me that I'd never allowed myself to think consciously, though I knew it in my heart, was not that there was anything wrong with our house. Yes, sure, it was small. But what was wrong was our family. See, I was missing it. I just wasn't part of it. And I felt like I justified it by saying, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm providing. I'm providing for my family. I'm out there working, and I'm giving them a good life. The only problem is I wasn't part of that life, and I wanted to be. I would get up in the morning, to leave for work. My kids were still in their pajamas. I'd kiss them goodbye. I'd go to work. I'd work all day long. You know, I'd come home in the evening. They'd already had their supper. They were getting ready for bed. I'd kiss them goodnight. That was my relationship with my kids. I just wasn't there. My son, who at the time was in kindergarten, would often call me by his kindergarten teacher's name instead of daddy. Actually, pretty much always, which it always got me. I know kids do that, but I just felt like, of course, he's not going to say my name. I'm never around. And here I was in a position where I was considered successful. I had a great career. And yet we hadn't saved money in almost 6 years, not a penny. I realized going through this process that I wanted it wasn't the new home that I wanted. I wanted a different life with my family. I wanted a better life with my family. And here in my career, I just felt completely and totally stuck. There was nowhere for me to grow. I was at the top of my career path, and yet we couldn't save any money. I didn't know what to do. You know, I always thought we would have more, but we were stuck. So, light bulb went off. This process for me, the light bulb went off. I said, you know what's amazing? My career, I'm at the top of my career and I'm done. I'm stuck. But this network marketing opportunity, this has no ceiling. This has no limit, right? The sky's the limit. And I realized something. Instead of thinking of my network marketing business as a side hustle, extra money, I started thinking about my career, my salaried position, as extra money. See, once I shifted my focus to making my business my primary focus and making my career my extra money, something different changed. My career is fine. It's handling our bills. We're covered, right? And they're financing my new business venture. And I realized something, guys. I could have it all. And so this process, 15 minutes, asking a few questions of myself, being honest with myself, being open to myself, I created my first why statement. I'll share it with you guys. This was it right here. Right here in this last box where it says my why, this is where you write your why statement. To create a life, this was my why, the one I wrote. To create a life where I never have to worry about money again. I enjoy quality time with my family, and I'm present for my children on a daily basis. I'm healthy and full of energy. Once I wrote this down, everything changed. My intention changed, my commitment changed. It was a lot harder to blow off my power hour. Now, Teamzy is going to make this so easy, guys. It's really only going to take you an hour or less a day to do it. But even still, there's times you don't feel like doing it, right? And now you're confronted by your why. I had to look that why, which by the way is going to be on the dashboard of Teamzy looking at you every day, and say, oh, I don't feel like doing it. So what does that mean? You don't feel like doing it. You don't feel like being with your kids. You don't feel like being present for them. You don't feel like getting rid of worry about money. You don't, right? That's what you don't feel like doing. You get confronted by that why and it helps drive you. Does that make sense? And as soon as that was clear to me, as soon as it was clear to me what I was doing this for and that the sky was the limit and that I could do this, my commitment level changed. Within 3 months, I left my career. I had nowhere to build my business. I told you the house was too small. Some of you guys know the story. I went to Home Depot and I bought one of those sheds they have out in front of Home Depot. I had it dropped in my backyard on the dirt. I ran an extension cord out there and I started building my business in a shed. We called it the shed quarters at the time. And if you dig through the Teamzy YouTube, you'll find me doing trainings in the shed with exposed wood and everything. I didn't care. I was making it happen. I was making it happen. You need to take some time to do your why. Don't skip this. And as leaders, lead your people, your team through this process. They don't need to read 10 books and they don't need to go to a seminar. Just take them to Teamzy, go through these 5 questions, ask these questions with them, encourage them to think and get that why statement. And everything that you guys write in this last box, this is the only one that matters. When you click continue, it will save it to the dashboard of Teamzy. It'll be there every day. I want you, when you come to your power hour every day in Teamzy, to read it out loud to yourself. It's very powerful. Okay, last step is we're going to get all your contacts loaded in. Okay, there's some videos here to help you. Basically, there's 3 lists you need desperately to get started cranking. You need to get your list of your team, the distributors on your team, your first level downline people, personally sponsored people. Get them in first, okay? If you've got 2 of those, that'll take you a second, no big deal. If you've got 100 of them or 1,000 of them or 10,000 of them, awesome. Next, I want your customers in here. Get all your customers imported into Teamzy, okay? And the third list that you're gonna wanna bring in is your Facebook friends. Facebook recently changed the process for getting the export. It's so much easier than it was a month ago. It's actually quite easy now. Even someone like me could do it. So you want to get those 3 lists to start. Now, any other list that you have, you can import, of course, as a CSV. You can get any data in here. There's a few videos here, right here in the import wizard to help you. If you skip the wizard, you can go to Help Center, and there's even more. There's even more help. There's videos, and there's FAQs, and there's webinars, there's trainings, right? And of course, if you get stuck and you're like me and you're just not a tech person, just click this help button. It's on every screen at Teamzy and send us a message and our team will get right back to you, okay? We'll even go so far, if you need it, of scheduling a one-on-one Zoom meeting with you where somebody on my team will walk you through setup. So there's no way you guys can get intimidated by this or let that be a hurdle to getting into this tool, okay? Now there's one more step for setup. I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to go to the team page. This is where your list is. By the way, when you're doing imports, this is where you come. Team page, you click this import button, okay? And you find your file, okay? Simple. I skipped that part today. Okay, so I'm on the team page. This is where your list is. This is like the CRM that's built into Teamzy, your team page, okay? Now, when you do an import, it's going to automatically turn on rank mode for you. I'm going to turn it on for you right here in this menu. See that, rank mode? This lets you go quickly down your list and rank people. We rank people on a 5-star scale. This is an important part of relationship marketing. So you should be talking more often to the best people, the warmest relationships, okay? So what I want you to do is just jam down your list. Everyone's gonna be a 3 when you first import them. And you're just gonna go down and you're gonna click, you know, if they're a 4 or a 5, you're gonna just upgrade them by clicking. If they're less, you can downgrade them. You just click. Now, most people are going to stay 3s, so you don't have to even click everybody. You're just cherry picking the best people, okay? And once you've gone through your first version of ranking, this is like you're moving into your dream home and you're putting the dishes away. You're getting ready to cook, right? Now you're ready to do your power hour on the dashboard. So let's go back to dashboard. Okay, so now we're ready. Now that we've done the ranking once, we never have to plan our power hour ever. Teamzy's just going to automatically plan it for us every day forever. How cool is that? No planning. You can literally start connecting 3 seconds after turning this on. I love that. Okay, quick thing here. Today's activities, these are the goals that we set and set up, right? Connect with 10 prospects, 6 customers, 4 distributors, 3 invites, 3 ads. So those will be different based on what you set. You can change them at any time by clicking Edit Daily Goals right there. Takes you right back to that page in the Setup Wizard. Okay. Now, where we're going to work right here is the Power Hour. See where it says Power Hour? Right here in the middle of this big module. Now, the Who's Up Next gives us 4 lists: prospects, customers, distributors, and follow-ups. Okay, 4 lists. On this side of our lists, on the right-hand side is where we log the communication that we're sending. Okay, so this tells us who to communicate with, and this is where we log that we did it. All right, simple. Now, these lists only give us 5 names at a time. That's by design. That's to keep you from getting overwhelmed, right? Because you don't want to see that you have 10,000 on that list. These are the 5 people who are up next. It also keeps you focused. If you had a list of 100 people, you would start scrolling and cherry picking. I want you to just connect with who's up next. If you did the ranking, it's already ranked based on your priority. Okay? All right, so let's get started on our power hour. The way you work a power hour is you always go left to right. So we're going to start with our prospects no matter what. Even if you have 50 people to follow up with over here, you're going to start with prospects every time you do your power hour. Okay? The first 3 lists are connect lists. In other words, we are just going to connect with people. When they come up on this list, all we're going to do is connect. Remember, the goal of a connect is to make someone's day and hopefully start a conversation. That's it. So the first person up is Jay. All right, now I'm going to use Facebook Messenger to connect with people. Okay, I love using Facebook Messenger because it has the highest response rate. Now, this question came up on my webinar last week. Do you use the phone? I never call somebody unannounced, just so you guys know. That's why I use Facebook Messenger, because it's easy for people. They respond. It's easy for them to respond. If we get a conversation cooking, then I'll say, let's get on a call and let's talk a little bit more. It's different when you schedule it. Make sense? Okay. So the first person on my list is Jay. Now, you guys may look at this name and go, oh my gosh, what do I say? Anybody ever get stuck there? What can I say? I haven't talked to her since high school. How do I start this? Okay. Go right here to the bottom of the connect box. See where it says scripts. I just want you guys to do this because I put all of my scripts that I have refined over the years. Now more than 50,000 network marketers have used them. They work so great. They just to start a conversation. I want you guys to know, I'm not exaggerating. I get three messages a day about astonishment about how well people respond to these scripts. So just use them. I'm going to go to Facebook. Look, I'm going to grab this first one, my Connect one. It's simple. Hi, Jane, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? I hope your day is awesome. Okay. I've had people recently say, I would never say awesome. Great. Say, I hope you're having a great day. You can change these a little bit. But let me show you how to do this. I'm going to click copy script. That copies it to my clipboard. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paste it here in Teamzy so that I can edit it. Change the name to the correct name. You can move the words around a little bit to make it sound like you if you need to. Don't overchange it though. I'll put an emoticon in here. I love that, right? Boom. Ready to go. Okay. Now that I've got it where I want it, I'll copy it so that I can send it in Facebook. You actually have to send it through Facebook. Facebook doesn't allow Teamzy or any app to send messages on its behalf. But it's super easy. Look, I'm just going to toggle to Facebook. I have it open up here. I'm going to look up Jay. There she is. Send her the message. Okay. Paste it in. Boom. Ready to go. See how easy that is? Sent. It's sent. That message is off. Now go back to Teamzy. I'll finish logging it. That was a Facebook message. And I'm going to click Log Connect right here, this big blue button. You can't miss it. Boom. She's off my list. Look, I have 1 up on my dashboard now. I got 9 to go. Next person up is Hobie. I'm just going to use the same script, most likely. I already have it there. I just paste it. Change the name. Oops, not Z. Hi, Hobie. Just stopping by to say hello. How are you? Hope your day's awesome, right? I'll copy that. Boom. Go to Facebook. Send. I'll log it here. Done. Next one up is Cosmo. Do you guys see how easy this is? Oh my gosh. Am I worried about the fact that I'm sending these guys the same little message to start the conversation? No, not at all, because the next message will be custom to the conversation. Okay? If they respond to me, now we'll have a conversation that's organic. You with me? If they don't respond to me, no big deal, because they're in Teamzy. They'll come back. They'll come back up. Now, I forgot to show you guys this, but 5-star people come up every 30 days. 4-star people come up every 60 days. 3-star people come up every 90 days. And 2-star people come up every 120 days. So Cosimo's a 4. If he doesn't respond to me, he'll come back in 60 days. Not a big deal. I'll say hi to him again. And I'll keep doing it every 2 months until he finally responds, which at some point he will, because over time, they become more responsive and warm. Okay? All right, so boom. You guys get the idea. There's 3, sent, boom, done. We keep going until we get all 10. When we're done on that list, we move over to customers. Next list. Now, pro tip. As people start responding to you, and some of them will respond right away, resist the temptation to jump over there and start having that conversation. Don't respond to anybody back. Don't have a conversation with anybody until you're done sending all the messages in your power hour. Okay? Once you're done, then you can have those conversations. Otherwise, you'll get sidetracked. So it's okay. It's not going to take you more than 15 minutes to do this, and then you can go back and start answering those if you want to. So the next list are customers. We're going to do the same thing with customers. I'm going to jump over here for Abigail. I'm going to jump over here to scripts and grab a script so I can start a conversation with her. There's some great customer scripts here. I might just do something like this, real simple, connect with a customer. Hi, John. How are you enjoying the products? Send me an update. Let me know if I can be of help. Guys, throw in the chat what networks you're with so I can get a product. I'll give you an example. Okay, let me see. Where's the chat? Plexus. Okay, we got Plexus. Great. First one in, she wins. So look, I copy the script. Super easy. Okay, his name's not John. Her name is Abigail. Abigail, how are you enjoying the pink drink? Right? Send me an update. Let me know if I'm going to be of help. Boom. I'm going to put some emoticons. Okay? Simple. Connecting with your customers. So easy. Don't overthink it. Okay? Log that connect. We'll log it. We'll send it to her. Send it to her on Facebook. These are fake people, so I can't actually send the messages on Facebook, but I would just show you. But you go to Facebook, send the message, then log it. Boom. See how easy that was? Now, Andy, I might send something else. I might go in here, I might go to scripts and grab a different script. I might grab one that says something simple like just checking in to see if there's anything I can do to make your day. Simple. So important, guys. Stay in touch with your customers. So many people I talk to in this business, they don't stay in regular touch with their customers. Or they don't do it in a relational way. If you just stay in touch with them, just be present. You don't have to tell them every month that their order's shipping. They know that. Just stay in touch with them. Staying in touch with customers does 3 things. 1, it's the right thing to do. It's just the right thing to do. You're in business to serve customers. That's why we're here. We should be in good touch. We should be in good contact with them. Number 2, if you are in regular contact with customers, they will order more products. This is a fact. They will order more products. If you're using Teamzy regularly, your volume is going to go up. By the way, if you get your whole team into a 30-day free trial of Teamzy, and your team volume will go up significantly as they stay in touch with the customers and reach out to them. Just being in touch helps. Send somebody a message, hey, is there anything you do to make your day? They smile. Guess what they do? They go look at they click on your link and they go to your profile page and they see everything that you're talking about. They're in. They're excited. They'll start asking questions. Stay in touch with your customers. They'll order more. Number 3, the most important reason is this. If you want more customers, the best place to get new customers is current customers. Okay, let me say it another way. The hottest source for a new lead in business is a current customer. The hottest source for a new lead in business is a current customer. These people are excited about the product. What happens when you are excited about a product? What does every human being do? We talk about it. We're excited about it. We share it. We can't help it. What does this mean? It means every one of your customers that you have, even if you only have one, it's enough, that loves these products, has already talked to other people about them, and most likely has people ready to buy already. Your job now is to stay in touch and get introduced to those people. Okay, get introduced to those people. You guys with me? Okay, next. Those are why you got to stay in touch with your customers. So we've gone through our prospects. Now we've gone through our 6 customers. Now we're ready to go through, in this case, that was our goal. Now we're going to go to our distributors list. This is your team, okay? The same thing. You can get some scripts here to start a conversation if you like. Got a couple here. You're doing so great. I'm proud of you. Congratulations on whatever. Just checking in to see if there's anything I can do to make your day. Oh my gosh, how much, that's my favorite script of all time. Connect with your team. That's why we call the product Teamzy, because it's about your team. It's about the relationship, the family, the culture that you create. And your team needs to have reasons to stick with it until they build this business up to where it can sustain them. The number one reason people stick with things, besides having their why, which we already talked about, is the relationship with you. And I talk to so many people that say, you know, when they get successful, they say, I just can't stay in touch with my directs anymore because I'm too busy. That's a load, guys. Use Teamzy. It's going to be easy to stay in touch with your team. I don't care how big they grow. You can create a new culture for your team by having that personal relationship, checking in with people. Okay? Prospects, customers, distributors. In our example, we connected with 20 people. That would have taken somebody maybe 15 minutes, but let's just call it 30, okay? Let's call it 30. And this is for 150 grand a year. Are you guys amazed at how efficient this makes you? Now, the next list is follow-ups, except for there's one problem. I don't have anybody on my follow-ups list. How does somebody get on my follow-ups list? So let me teach you guys how to do this. First of all, when I'm connecting with people on these other 3 lists, if they don't respond to me, I'm not concerned. I don't need to set a follow-up for them because they're going to come back up on my list based on their star ranking. I'm going to set a follow-up for somebody when there's a reason for me to follow up, a business reason. In other words, when I've invited them. So how do I do an invite? Let me give you guys an example. So I messaged my friend Jay, right? Hi, Jay. Hope you're having a great day. You know, whatever. And she says, oh my gosh, thank you, Eric. That's so nice. Great to hear from you. How are you? And we start bantering back and forth. Just having a conversation. I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to try to learn and get caught up on her, what she's doing. And my goal in the conversation is not to sell her or recruit her. Just so you guys know, that's not my goal. My goal is to find a way to help her. My first goal was to make her day when I sent that first connect. Now my goal is to help her. I'm listening. I'm asking questions. I'm going to find a way to help her. Maybe it's with my business. That's the best, right? But maybe she needs a prayer. Maybe she just needs something funny, a laugh. Maybe she needs a recommendation to a new dentist or doctor for her kids. I don't know. I'm going to find a want or a need that I can help with, and I'm going to help her. Maybe she needs to be introduced to somebody. You know, I had a great meeting today with some of the business leaders that I meet with for coffee on Tuesdays, and one of the guys was saying that he has a need in his company for a specific type of person that he wants on his team, and that's somebody that I know. I know somebody like that. That's a great way to help. Oh, I know somebody who would be great. I'm going to introduce you. However you can help them, that is your goal. Now, I'm talking to Jay. We're having a great conversation, and we're going back and forth, and I'm asking questions, you know. And it turns to, well, what have you been up to, Eric? Right? And the conversation will always get there. If you're curious enough about them, they're always going to, the law of reciprocity that people will ask about you. How are you? Oh my gosh, I'm great. And what I'm going to do is I am going to now transition to talking about my business in a way that's just talking about me. She's asked about me, right? Oh my gosh, I'm loving life ever since I left my job 3 years ago. I've been so happy. You left your job 3 years ago? What happened? Yeah, I started my own business. What kind of business? You see where I'm going with this? It's great. I really enjoy working from home with my family, being with my kids all the time. It's the best. So she's starting to get interested. And then well, what are you doing? You know, and listen, you know, Jay, the truth is, Jay's, knowing you, I think this is something you'd be really great at. You know, probably what I would do if Jay starts getting interested is I might ask her to jump on a phone call so we could talk a little more, find out a little bit more information. But what I'm going to do next is I'm going to invite her to something. As she shows a little bit of interest, I'm going to invite her. Now, if she showed no interest whatsoever when I told her what I'm doing, I have new business, that's great, good for you. Or she sends me a thumbs up, fine. Right? It's fine. If there's no interest right now, that's okay. I don't have to force the invite because she'll come back on Teamzy in another month or two. Okay? But if she's interested, now I'm going to invite her. I might say something like, you know, Jay, if you're interested in learning more about this, my team is actually doing a virtual event tonight online. You can plug into that and watch it and just learn a little bit about the business if you like. and then I'll follow up tomorrow and see if you have any questions. How's that sound? She says, that sounds perfect. It's great. I'll tell you what, I'll send you an email right now with the link so that you can log on and be part of that live event, and I'll just connect tomorrow. She's perfect. So that's the conversation. Now, here's how do I do it in Teamzy? Let me show you guys. Boom. What we're going to do is, now Jay is no longer on my dashboard, so I'm going to look her up in the lookup bar. See at the very top, you can just put a piece of her name, piece of her email, piece of her phone number, anything like that to find her. That brings me to her contact record. See over here? This has all of her contact information, everything there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click this big blue connect box. That opens up the connect box just like on the dashboard. This time, though, it's not just a connect like, hey, Jay, how are you? It's going to be an invite. So see down here where it says invite? I'm going to click that. And I'm going to take it off of default connect and put it on opportunity call. Okay? Because that's what I'm inviting her to. Boom. So now Teamzy's going to know this is an invite. Now I'm going to send it via email, and I'm just going to put here opportunity call link. Okay? I just put a note in there. Now, before I log this, there's an important piece. See, I told Jay I would follow up with her tomorrow, right? So I need to set the follow-up. See right here in the middle where it says follow-up and it's grayed out? I'm going to click that. And right now it's on default, which in her case is 30 days. That's not going to work. I'm going to click tomorrow. So now the follow-up is set for tomorrow. See, it's yellow. Let's log it. So now you can see she's on my follow-ups list. When I go to my dashboard, you'll also notice that now I have an invite on the board. Cool, right? Yeah. Okay, so, and she's also on my follow-ups list, see? That's how people get on my follow-ups list. I have to put them there. Now, how do I work the follow-ups? When I'm doing my power hour, I connect with prospects, I connect with customers, I connect with distributors, and then I'm going to go down my follow-ups list, and I'm going to follow up with everybody on my follow-ups list, okay? It works just like a connect. Let me show you how to do it. So there's Jay. I'm going to go to my scripts, right? And notice that some of them are called follow-up. Follow-up number 1. By the way, I've got 10 follow-up scripts in order. This is so easy for you guys, okay? I'm going to teach you guys how to do this in a second, but look, here's follow-up number 1. Hi, Jane, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me, right? Every one of these follow-up scripts has been refined to the 10th degree to be short, sweet, and really, really effective, okay? So watch this. I'm going to copy that script. We're going to do just like we did a regular connect. Change the name, boom, you know, emoticons, whatever you want. It's going to be Facebook message I'm going to send. Now watch, I'm going to do it the same way. Just going to send it via Facebook. It takes me a second. There's Jay, she's still up. Boom, paste, boom, okay? Follow-up sent. Okay, but here's an important piece. Guys, pay attention if you're snoozing or making a sandwich. Before I log this follow-up, I have to set the next follow-up. If I fail to set a follow-up, it'll clear it off my list and she'll just go back. She won't come back for 30 days. Okay, so I'm going to set it again for tomorrow. People always ask me, do you follow up every single day? No, but I do follow up 3 days in a row. That's just me. You can follow up as often as you want. Teamzy will let you just set the follow-up. But if somebody's interested and they've got an invite from me, I follow up 3 days in a row, and then after that, maybe every few days. Are you with me? So now I've set the next follow-up. I'm logging this one, log. So she'll be on my follow-up list again tomorrow. Now, this is really important. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about this. You saw how easy that is, right? Super easy. And all you have to do is follow them in order, okay? But here's the important piece. Sorry, my camera's getting a little, the autofocus is going insane. You guys have heard that the fortune's in the follow-up. You know this. And all of you, you're probably here because you, on this webinar, because you know you need to be better at following up. We all do. Here's the thing though. Did you guys know that 80% of all follow-ups happen, 80% of all sales happen on the 7th, between the 7th and 10th follow-up. 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. So the question is, how many of you guys follow up 10 times? I hear, do you guys hear crickets? Look, I know why you don't follow up 10 times. You don't have Teamzy. It's hard to do. No, besides that, you just don't want to be annoying, right? How many of you guys are just, you just don't want to be that annoying person that follow, you just feel like you're a pest if you follow up that many times. I'm going to teach you real quick how to follow up without being a pest. Okay, there's 2 principles. I'm just going to give it to you quick, so get your pens and paper out quickly because I don't have a lot of time. I want to get to the questions and answers. There's two principles, and if you follow them, you'll never be annoying. You can follow up 1,000,000 times and people will thank you for it if you follow these rules. You ready? Rule number 1, never ask someone to do anything when you follow up. Never ask them to do anything when you follow up. Don't ask them to call you back. Don't ask them to text you. Don't ask them to respond. Don't ask them to complete the purchase. Don't ask them to RSVP. Don't give them anything to do, okay, when you follow up. That's the first rule. Number 2, make sure that your follow-up is in text format. It needs to go either Facebook Messenger or text, okay? Those are the best 2 formats. Don't call people to follow up, please. People will hate that. That is so annoying. Don't leave people voicemails. Don't send people voice messages. Why? Because those are annoying. They need to have it in text format for this reason, and it needs to be short. They need to be able to see it on the lock screen of their phone without opening the message. Okay? They need to be able to see it on the lock screen of their phone without opening the message. That's why you keep it short, and it needs to be sent messenger or text. With me? Why? Because they're not going to respond, and they don't want you to know they've seen it. You guys are the exact same way. Now, all those other ways, force them to open it and listen to it, and it makes them do work, which is annoying because your message will inevitably come at an inconvenient moment. Always. This is why people hate following up, and this is why the traditional way is very annoying. So follow those 2 rules. Did you guys get those? Okay, good. By the way, the 10 follow-ups in Teamzy that are there ready for you to copy and send are already based on those principles, and they're good to go. Now, I don't have a lot of time to go into the psychology of why these work, but you just need to know this, that the goal, most people, the vast majority of people, guys, will not respond even to the first 5 or 6 follow-ups. So if you're following up 3 times and you think you're great and you're wondering why you're getting nothing but crickets, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with your opportunity. The people like and respect you. They have money. They are interested. It's just the way people are wired. People are just wired that way, okay? They're just busy. You just got to keep connecting. Now, if you keep following my advice and you send them a short, sweet little message, it keeps you top of mind. It keeps them pleasantly inclined towards you. And you're not annoying in any way. And what will usually happen is around 5 or 6 follow-ups, you'll get a message back, a lot of times the first response, that will say, thank you so much for staying in touch with me. I am so sorry I haven't responded. And you're like, wow, they really do thank me. Eric was right. This will actually happen, you guys. And it's okay. You just got to love them through the process. See, here's the thing that you need to understand. If you really are in this business to help people, if you're really in this business to change lives, your product is kind of irrelevant. Why? Because they haven't bought it yet. It doesn't matter. Until they make that purchase, you don't have a way to help them or change their life, correct? And the only way to help them make that first purchase so that you have a chance, an opportunity to change their life is by following up 7 to 10 times. So if you guys are true, good-hearted people who want to help people change their lives, you need to understand that following up is an act of love. Following up is an act of love. Write that down on a little note card, put it on the corner of your screen, and remind yourself, following up is an act of love. If you're in this business to change lives, the one thing you have is not these amazing products, because they haven't bought those yet. The one thing you have is your follow-up. Okay? And I've made it so easy for you in Teamzy. Oh my gosh, so easy for you. You're just going to come in here, do your power hour, connect, go to your follow-ups, you go to Jay. Maybe you've got 20 people here, right? And you don't remember where you're at. You can just click on activity to see what the last message was. Boom. Follow-up number 1. Great. I'll toggle back here. I'll get my scripts. I'll get follow-up number 2. Boom. Just making sure you got my message. Checking to see if you have any questions. Okay. Next day, I'll send her this one. Number 3. I'm excited about the goals we discussed. Can't wait to get started. Each one, I'm not asking her to do anything. All I'm trying to do is reconnect her to the hope and the excitement that she had when I first showed her the opportunity. If you guys follow this process, you will convert 80% more than you're doing now. You with me? So let me show you how to finish her off in Teamzy, and then I'll do Q&A. If you have questions, load them in the Q&A list now, and I'll answer them. So now, when I check my back office and I see that Jay has signed up, she's on my team, she bought her kit or whatever, I'm going to look her up and finish her off like this. Brings me to her record. Now I'm going to click on sale, and I'm going to load, let's call it distributor kit. Your sale drop down will look different based on the version of Teamzy you have. And I'm going to save that, right? That's just so Teamzy knows I got the sale. It just, it records that all those connects resulted in sale. It keeps my stats for me on the business page. Now where it says member type, I'm going to move her from prospect to distributor just by clicking on it, and I'll click personally sponsored. Boom. Now she's on my team. Now when I connect with Jay, she will be under distributors, not prospects. Cool? So she was on prospects, then she was on my follow-ups list. Now she's on my distributors list. Okay, great. Now, that is how you do it. That's how you start set up your Teamzy. That's how you start your conversations. That's how you bring them through to an invite. That's how you follow up on an invite like a pro and move them over to distributor team. Now, the next thing I'm going to do with Jay is get her into a free trial of Teamzy and start teaching her all this, right? Okay, I see some questions popping in the Q&A. Let's start answering them. Aaron says, why do you recommend level ones only to import? Okay. Just to keep it simple, Aaron, you can import more if you want. You can import more if you want. The thing is as your team grows, you won't be able to maintain that for the entire team. What I would do if you wanted to expand that a little bit, Aaron, is adding in emerging leaders, you know, on other levels that are emerging leaders that you want to just connect with and have a little bit of a relationship with. Make sense? Especially if they're being sponsored by somebody weak. All right. Those of you guys brand new, you don't need to worry about that yet. Kathleen says, when is this call going to be available again for my team? This is amazing. Oh, all caps. Thank you. You're welcome. I really need these tips. You rock, Eric. Thank you, Kathleen. We're streaming live on Facebook. So your team can go to Teamzy community. Oh, I did it in the Teamzy community. They got to join the Teamzy community and it's there already. But I will, I'll get the link emailed out to everybody tomorrow. Okay. Heidi says, hey, can you explain how to get the message tab on Facebook? I know about Messenger, but is it on Facebook too? Not so technical here in Orlando. Okay, so basically, I send it through, so you can go to Facebook Messenger and send messages. What I did though is I went through Facebook. So in other words, if you're on somebody's Facebook, if you search somebody on Facebook, there's a couple things you can do. From the search page, you can send a message, but you could also just go to her page and click message, okay? Pretty easy. Okay, now let me just show you guys something really quick. Let me stop this share. Teamzy has a mobile website that works just like an app. So let me share my phone with you and show you how to do it on there. It's pretty cool. It just takes a second to grab the phone. Okay, so you're seeing my phone now. So notice right here, I'm trying to click it. I can do it with my finger. Right in the bottom, you see the Teamzy dashboard. I've saved it to my dashboard so I can open that up. And that brings me to my Teamzy account. Okay. Hold on a second. Gotta get my password in there. Okay, so there's my Teamzy account. So I can do everything on my phone. Now check this out. If I'm gonna go connect with Carrie, and I go to scripts, same thing on my phone, just like we did, right? I'm gonna grab this script, check it out, go to connect, copy that script, right? I'm gonna do it, you guys see I'm doing this all the same way on my phone, right? I'll change it, edit it however I want. Okay, select all, copy again. You guys with me? Now what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna toggle over to Facebook Messenger and send the message. Pretty simple, right? I'll send it to Jay. Jay works for Teamzy. She doesn't mind this. So let's say I'm sending that message. Boom. Ready to go. Okay, toggle back to Teamzy. This way. And finish logging the connect. You guys with me? Simple. So that's how you do it on your phone too. The thing is that wherever you are, you should be able to do it. You don't need to be maintaining spreadsheets or anything. You do it on your phone, you do it on your computer, whatever. Okay. Christy says, the power hour is alphabetical, but I have 3,000. How will I get to the second half of the alphabet? So it's alphabetical by last name, yes. And first of all, Christy, the first thing you need to do is go through your list of 3,000, get some nice music that you like, nice glass of something that you like. I would probably pick an adult beverage, but whatever you want. And look for your best people and cherry pick them so they come up more often. Okay, so they come up first. Now, over time, that list will change a little bit, but there's a couple of reasons. So it's sorted by a star ranking first, then it's sorted by the date of last contact, then it's sorted alphabetically by last name. So the alphabetical is the third filter. So over time that will mix up, but there's an important reason why we sorted it alphabetically, and that's this. Siblings and spouses. You don't want to send them the exact same message, or sometimes you send them a group message, right? So if you see them come up together, you can log them both. You can send them a group message, or you can mix it up a little bit. And that's just a helpful way to do it, if that helps. 3,000 is not that long, though. I mean, let's do the math. Well, let me get my calculator out, because when I do math, I actually can't do it in my head. So if you're connecting with, let's say, 15 a day, right? So there's 365 days in the year. Wait, I can't even do the math. You'll get through 3,000. You just keep going. Just keep going. Okay, just keep going. Just keep connecting with people. Don't worry about it. Now, here's the thing. If you have some fives, you're going to get a couple hundred in, and then your fives are back again. That's great. You're going to connect with them more often. Make sense? Christy, that is a good problem to have. So many people are wondering who they're going to connect with. Just keep going. Okay, Rebecca says, hi, Eric. Your first follow-up had a question. What questions do you have for me? I believe it said. Is that not considered questions since you're asking for a question? Rebecca, are you an engineer? I'm not asking her to do anything. I didn't say you can't ask a question. I'm saying I'm not asking her to do anything. I'm asking her, basically, is there something I can help her with? I'm offering my help. Do you have any questions for me? In other words, what I'm saying is, because I asked her, I told her I would follow up in order to answer any questions she might have. So I'm actually following up based on what I told her, and I'm basically saying I'm available to help you. Do you have any questions for me? Make sense? She doesn't have to answer that. Okay. I hope that makes sense, Rebecca. Missy says, explain again how to find a record of the connections you have made. Okay, so we call it activity feed. Okay, the activity feed in Teamzy shows you everything you've ever done with somebody. Let me find Teamzy. Hold on, here it is. So look, if you're on the dashboard, over here you can just click on activity. Okay. If you are on somebody's record, so let me go to the record. If you're on somebody's record, you click on activity feed right here and you get the full feed. Okay, simple. Next question. Aaron says, after the 30-day trial, what is the difference with options and what do you recommend? What is the difference between the different options? Okay, great. Which reminds me, I need to give you guys action steps. So let's kill two birds with one stone, Aaron. So for those of you guys in the 30-day free trial, after the 30-day free trial is over, Teamzy is $29.99 a month for an ongoing subscription, right? You can cancel at any time. We're not one of those weird companies that locks you in forever. It's $29.99 a month for an ongoing subscription, which comes out to less than $1 a day for this, you guys, seriously. And it's tax deductible, of course, too. Or if you really love Teamzy, you can do an annual subscription. That's where you subscribe for 12 months at a time, and it's $299.88 for a year. So in other words, you get a full year and you save 2 months. Basically, you get 2 months free in that price. So what's the best option? Obviously, the year subscription is your best value, Aaron. You're going to save 2 months worth of Teamzy that way. It just depends on, your cash flow situation and what you guys want to do. I want you to be with Teamzy forever. So we give you the free trial because we believe if you use it, you will easily generate enough income to pay for Teamzy, and this becomes a no-brainer. Same thing for your team. Okay. Does that help? Okay, so let me give you your action steps. Here's what I want you guys to do. If you're not in a free trial, you need to go get your free trial. That's your first action step. Go get the free trial and use this thing. If you're in your free trial, get your subscription set up now, so when your trial ends, you won't miss a beat. Now, what's cool is if you set a subscription up while you're in a trial, you don't get billed at all until your trial ends. You get all that free time, but it's just set and ready to go so you don't miss out, okay? The next thing I want you guys to do is choose a 30-day success partner to do your trial with you. Okay, find somebody, sideline sister or brother, somebody on your team, whatever, somebody who, they don't have to be the same rank or level as you. They just have to be the same ambition and work ethic as you. Okay, do it together, 30 days, hold each other accountable. I recommend you take a screenshot of your dashboard when it's finished each day and message it over to your partner. Oh my gosh. I used to do this with my partner, and it used to drive me nuts when I hadn't done my homework. I hadn't done my power hour, and I'd get hers, and I'd have to do it. It's good. It helps you guys get more out of it. Also, I'll give you one more action step, which is, oh wait, that's the wrong one. I went too far. There's an old post from when I was a Beachbody coach. Look at that, guys. See, you can do this too. Your last action step is this 5-day challenge. Your 5-day challenge. I want you to connect with 100 people in 5 days. Okay, 100 people in 5 days. That's an average of 20 a day. That's what I demoed today. I just want you to, 5 days in a row, no days off for that. 5 days in a row, I want you to feel what momentum feels like. And you will generate a ton in just 5 days. You'll be like, wow, if I do this all the time, the amazing amount of momentum and the full pipeline I will always have. Make sense? Okay. So there's your action steps. Aaron, I think I got your answer too. Christy says, I have been cherry picking rating 5, so thanks. That makes sense. Okay, great, Christy. Here's the thing, Christy. You've got 3,000. We'll come back to you again for a second. But Teamzy's giving you 5 at a time. Just do what you need to do today, okay? Because I guarantee you, without Teamzy, you're not getting through that 3,000 people either. Just do what you need to do today. Do it as many days as you can a week, okay? Debbie says to import contacts on an iPhone. You said to use the app Okay. I don't know what the rest of that question is, but if you're talking about Help Center instructions, they're there to get your contacts from your iPhone. If that makes sense. So the way you do that, guys, I'll show you where it is. Going back into Teamzy. Again, where to go? Oh, there it is. That's Teamzy. You go to the Help Center over on the left side. Boom. Help Center. Okay. And I'm going to scroll down to the FAQs, and down here on the FAQs, one of them is how to import my phone contacts. Here it is. How can I import my smartphone contacts? I'll click that, and it gives you the instructions, okay? Great. That's how you do it. Thomas says you get a special rate if you have a spouse also. Can you get a special? I was like, we do? Can you get a special rate if you have a spouse? I have a spouse. Do I get a no, I'm just kidding. No, it's the same. Now, if you and your spouse are working the same business, you probably only need 1 account, Thomas. You probably don't need 2 accounts. Okay? You can use tags, and Teamzy has a real simple tagging system. You can tag people's profiles if you want to separate them, but it's great to work together as a spouse. The other thing is as a married couple, sometimes reaching out, Thomas, if you're reaching out to women, or if your wife is reaching out to men, for example, just an example, sometimes they may get the wrong impression. So sometimes it's great to work it together and be the 2 of you, right? And message together. So anyways, that's what I would do. Heidi says, thank you, Eric. You are funny. This is awesome. My upline Wendy's all over this and getting us all on board. Well, good. I love it. And then you'll be someone's upline, getting them all on board. It's great. So here's the thing. Okay, good. I got all the questions. I hope this was helpful for you guys. Now, tonight I didn't have time to go deep in a lot of stuff. I just wanted you to get a feel for what you could do with this tool, right? Especially if you have the heart to help, the heart to really serve other people, then you're in the right place. You'll be part of this Teamzy tribe and part of the people that are literally changing this industry, changing its reputation, and bringing it back to something that is supposed to be, which is an amazing opportunity for people to create freedom while helping other people. So thank you guys for checking us out. Thank you for checking out Teamzy. I hope you will join our Teamzy family. Appreciate you. God bless you. We'll talk to you soon.